guys, it's Mari here, and I have another episode today of Guess Who I Lifted. And this is the contest that I'm running on my channel for July and August. And so I'm going to be working today with this Life is Beautiful collection from Fancy Pants. And I'm going to be giving you a few hints during my video today about who the designer is that I'm lifting. What I'm going to do at the end of July is I'm going to reveal who I lifted for all of the different videos, and I'm going to link up in that reveal video all of the different designers, and so that you can see their channels on YouTube and so on, and then tell you who I lifted for each one of the actual videos that I created, each one of the layouts. So I'm going to save that until the end of July and then the end of August in one video. And then in that video, I'll also announce who the winner is for that month. Okay, so the contest is going to run for 2 months, and each month is sort of going to be separate. I'm going to be away for a week in July, and I'm hoping to kind of get ahead and get a few things going so that the videos can just be scheduled for that time, even when I'm going to be away. Okay, so my process is coming up right away here, just in a few seconds. And stay tuned and listen for the hints and see if you can guess who this amazing designer is that I'm lifting today. She's one of my favorites. Love everything that she does. She's amazing, so inspirational. And here we go. Here's my process. Okay, so I am starting out with this gorgeous wood grain paper called Porch Swing, and I love this. I actually just ended up ordering some more of it today because it is so neutral, and you could use this as a background for pretty much any layout, and I really just love it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start out with, this is my base, and then I'm going to take a smaller piece of paper. I'm going to actually end up using some corrugated paper here. And what the original designer for this layout would say is that sometimes a piece of blank paper is really daunting, and she often will use a smaller piece of paper as a mat or a smaller canvas to do the rest of her layout on, which I think is brilliant. And I think it is actually a really great suggestion and technique for getting a layout going. So that's exactly what I did here. So I took this gorgeous corrugated coral color paper, which matches the sweater that Bailey's wearing in this photograph perfectly. So I am going to just stick that down, and I'm going to, on either side of that, use this really pretty floral print, also from the Life is Beautiful collection from Fancy Pants. So that is going to be the basic mat or base for the rest of the layout. So that beautiful wood grain, and then this as the canvas for the rest of the layout. So now I'm just going to take another piece of pattern paper. Like I said, all of these papers, except for that gold glitter paper, are from that Life is Beautiful collection, and all of the die cuts I'm using are from that collection as well, except for a couple of little glitter hearts that I cut with one of my punches. Now I'm going to, so you can see that I've just used some of that turquoise pattern paper on the side, and then I took some gold glitter paper and I just used my scallop punch on it, and I'm just putting that off to the side. And you'll note that each of those papers off to the side of this plaid are just a little bit smaller each than the other, just so that they almost kind of like they're little steps, right? So the biggest piece, and then another piece that's a little bit smaller, and then another piece that's a little bit smaller than that. So those are the smaller strips of paper that I'm talking about, that I'm just sticking down there, and each is a little bit different length and dimension than the other. And that's a really great layering technique, right? So you probably see lots of the most amazing scrapbookers using that technique for their layers, just because when you offset the papers like that, it just makes them stand out that little bit more, and it just looks more interesting than everything being the same length. So I've got that gorgeous plaid and those two little accent pieces to the right. And now I'm going to stick that down, and I'm going to start working on I'm going to put the photo down, and then I'm going to start to work on embellishing it. And what else can I tell you as a hint? So this wonderful designer has been on the Scrap Gals podcast. She is from the US. She has small children, and she is a designer for Bella Boulevard. She is, I would call her a very classic designer, and she loves to use bright colors in her designs. She likes to use chipboard a lot, and she likes to use tags. She likes to use lots of pattern paper in her designs, and she uses all kinds of different techniques in her scrapbooking, including she uses mixed media in her layouts as well. I've seen her do that. I can't wait to, if you've never, by some crazy stroke of I don't know what, if you've never watched any of her videos before, I can't wait to reveal to you at the end of the month who she is. And if you haven't discovered her channel yet or seen her layouts on Pinterest, she is amazing, and she will be a whole huge new world of inspiration for you if you haven't discovered her yet, which I highly doubt, but if it's even possible. She's amazing, and I love her, and I love everything that she does. And I'm always, it's kind of like one of those designers where you can't wait till their next video comes out, right? Because you can't wait to see what kind of inspiration they're going to provide. So that defines her. She is amazing. So you can just see I'm adding some more of the little embellishments from the Fancy Pants collection here. Just using everything right from that collection, which I actually really like doing when I'm scrapbooking if I have a bunch of stuff from one collection, because it really takes the guesswork out of the colors, trying to figure out, what can you get to match up with it and so on. All of the embellishments match perfectly. Everything works together, and I love this. It's a gorgeous collection, and if you haven't seen it yet, I think I got this from either Simon Says Stamp or scrapbook.com. I'm not sure which, but they both have it. I've seen it on both of those sites. So I'm going to take this really cute little cloud die cut, and the sentiment that I'm going to put near it says sunshine and smiles, and then I'm going to take the little sun die cut and put that near the cloud. And I am going to just use a variety of other little die cuts and embellishments at the base of that photograph, just to do a few clusters there. And that's exactly what the original designer did on her layout as well. And so I just went with that. My shapes are slightly different than what she used. It's not obviously exactly the same. I've added my own twist. I haven't used the same products that she used, but this is very, very similar. It's pretty darn exactly close, except obviously different products, different colors, and so on. So I'm just I used my heart punch, my Stampin' Up! Heart punch, just to create a few little hearts here out of that gold glitter paper. And I'm going to stick those down in a few places. And I'm going to add some gold splatters, some Vibes Eggnoggin gold splatters off camera. I'm just going to add the title here in some Fitzgerald gold glitter thickers. And the title is going to be Fred and Freddie, because that is what these two call each other, believe it or not. And I thought that title was perfect for this picture and the journaling that I did here. So that's my layout for today. Thanks so much for joining me. Don't forget to put your guess in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And you can comment on every video for the series. Every time you comment, you'll be entered another time for the contest. And the contest will end on July 31st, and that's when I'll reveal who the winner is and who all of the artists are for the designs. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you next time, and have an amazing day. Bye-bye.